As a small business owner, there's lots of functions that you have to perform. A salesperson, accountant, marketing, customer services agent, and yes, even photographer. Now, that's a job that most people give over to someone else. They prefer instead to use stock photography websites for their marketing and their website. I'm going to show you today how you can stop that now. Welcome to Filmed. Hi, I'm James, and today I'm going to be telling you why you should get rid of all of that stock photography that's clogging up your website and your digital marketing. You see, for most, the temptation of stock photography is just too much. It's quicker and easier to pull professional looking images off a stock photography website when you're desperately looking for marketing material. But I'm going to tell you today why that might not be the best thing for your business. Stock images are often seen by many as the budget option, especially by small business owners. And if you put them up against the cost of hiring a photographer for a day or two and licensing the commercial use of those images, you're probably right. It probably is a cost-effective option. However, there are some hidden costs you need to be aware of. So, for example, lots of stock photography websites have limitations on the purpose that you can use their images for and the length of time you can use them. So let's say your business really takes off and you want to use that key hero image from your website in a national press campaign. Well, you would actually have to apply to the stock photography website to get permission to do that, and a license could cost you a hefty amount of money. Now, you could actually develop the skills to take those photographs yourself and own the copyright. That means that you could actually use that image whenever, wherever you like, for as long as you like, for free. Now that seems like something that's well worth investing in. Now there might be projects, sort of special projects that you may well want to hire a professional like me to get some really wow images. For instance, if you were launching a new menu in a restaurant, you might want to get a food photographer in to make sure that those images really do sell your product. But for day-to-day marketing and for blog posts and Facebook and things like that, there's actually no reason why you can't develop those skills to build up a library of images for your business at little or no cost whatsoever. There's bags of opportunities in your day-to-day running of your business. What about images of your branding? What about images of your team, your customers even? With a little bit of investment in time and a little bit of effort, you can be creating images that you'll be proud to use in your digital marketing, and it will cost you nothing. Now, in last week's video, I spoke to you about establishing the core message of your business, the what, how, and why of the things that you do. Now, if you're using stock photography, it's quite often the case that you won't find anything that actually fits your company perfectly. No other business will have the what, why, and how that you have. So it stands to reason that finding a stock photography website that is going to cater for you is going to be very, very difficult. So let's think about an example. You're building a website, and on that website you know that you want a customer services tab, and in there you want a photograph. So you go to one of the stock photography websites and you pick out a picture, something like this, for example. Now there's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine in its context. It looks like what we think a customer services representative might look like. But let's say that your business is a small family-run, homely fishing tackle business, for example. Your website is full of rural images, is very outdoorsy, and really sells the family feel, handwritten fonts and things like that. Now, this image is actually going to be incongruous to that. Now, the worst thing that's going to happen is that your audience are going to start to mistrust you. They're going to feel like they're part of a corporate swindle. At the very least, they're going to mistrust that message. So what can you do about it? Well, dump the stock photography and instead take a picture of one of your team, the person that is actually going to pick up the phone when someone actually rings through to customer services. It doesn't have to be a stuffy headshot like the stock photography websites will give you. It could be anything. It could be them enjoying fishing. After all, it's related to your business. Or playing with their dog. Anything that chimes in with the values that you've attributed to your business. So it's not about what fits in terms of the context. It's about how you can create your message through the photographs on your website. And the added bonus is that it's easy to do. Now, I bet the last time that you looked for stock images online, you spent hours looking through thousands and thousands of images before you settled on an image that will do. It doesn't quite buy into what you were looking for, it doesn't quite buy into your vision, but you've thought to yourself, well, it's close enough. Now I want you to start thinking differently. I want you to start thinking, instead of that will do, I want you to start thinking about how you can create images that will actually sell your brand. So for instance, let's say that you are a builder and you've just finished an extension out the front of someone's house and you're particularly proud of it, the customers are very happy, and you want an image of your branding, your customers and your building team all together to sell the craftsmanship that your business actually stands for. Now, no stock photograph is ever going to be able to do that, okay? But with a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, you can arrange to take that photo yourself. Get the team to park the van in front of the house, get the team that built that extension there with the customers looking happy, snap a quick shot. You've got everything you need there. And it doesn't matter if the photograph doesn't look like it's taken by David Bailey, for example. So before you go about searching for hours on stock photography websites, looking for something that isn't quite right, start thinking about how you can better use your time and effort to create those images that really tie in with your core business message. Now, this could be an area that really scares people. But once you get used to looking at the opportunities there are out there for taking these images, then you can start thinking about looking at them in a slightly different way. An original images, something that really sticks in with the audience, actually is worth its weight in gold. Now, they might be elements that create humour, or it could be looking at something in a slightly different way, or even picking up on something that is happening in the world around you. Whatever it is, making an original image that's going to stand out when someone sees it on their social media feed is a sure way to get your business noticed. Now, it doesn't have to be reinventing the wheel. I'll give you an example. For years, I've worked with a stunning little beauty salon in North Warwickshire. Now, the owner of this beauty salon is incredibly creative. She is an amazing nail technician who does some outstanding designs, and she trains her staff to a really, really high level. Now, there are thousands of stock images out there that she could use to promote her business. There are those that are pushed out there by nail brands, so she could look just like every other salon on the planet. However, she actually chose to do something slightly different. She got some customers in on a day that they were closed. She got her nail techs in. She gave them props and costumes for little bit of inspiration. And she had a day where they just played. They designed nail art and makeup. They used the props and used the costumes, and they snapped photos, as did I, that they could then use in marketing and in promotional material and so on and so forth. Now, there is going to be there's no nail salon in the country that's going to have those images. They will be her images that will make her business stand out from the competition. Now, I decided to do a little bit of an experiment, and I googled local hair salons, and I found one that was actually #1 rated on Google, and I had a look at their website. And I looked at some of the images on their website, and I then used Google image search to search for that image and other instances of it. And wouldn't you know, I found instances of that image on everything from Pinterest through to Russian hairstylists and salons in California. Now, all of these different places all around the world carrying that one image. But I bet that the salon that I was looking at in my local area was nothing like that salon in California or the one in Russia, for example. But they'd all use the same stock photography. So the message to the audience is that actually there's nothing distinctive about that particular business. Now, if you don't want your business to actually just merge into everyone else that's in your field and everyone else that is your competition, then one way to make yourself stand out is to make sure the images that you use are distinct, original, and your own. So what's next? Well, the first thing you can do is shoot more. The more photographs you take, the more opportunities you've got that some of them are going to turn out really well. The next thing you can do is hit the subscribe button and the bell below so you can be notified the next time that Filmed hits YouTube. Over the next few weeks I'll be giving you tips and advice on how to improve those images that you're taking so you can really start using them to sell your business. Until next time, for now, goodbye.